Hello there everybody, and welcome to this feature presentation on YouTube. I am King Mac, your hamburger pal. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger along with some delicious golden french fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Also be sure to grab some hot buttery popcorn while you're at it as you enjoy this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews on YouTube.
Welcome back, my friends. You are watching TTBurger Game Reviews here on YouTube, and I'm your host Tony. As we continue with some more PlayStation Power game reviews here, continuing with the PlayStation Edition 3 games here, as we continue with my infamous series review, episode 256, part 2 of 4. Before we get started here, I want to give a shout out to Freaking HD, Sub-Zero, MNX from Freaking Mac, along with the Hyperlamnia, Brickles Go Stateside, Griffin Puff, Megs, Blackheath, here along with the homie RJ, Red Hood Assassin, Helga Jira, Rockstar Pool 69, the Sensational Jet, Desert Coyote 22, and more and more and more. And we have a lot to talk about here as we dive into the second part of our infamous series review, once again by Sucker Punch. Before we even do that, those of you missed what happened in episode 256 part 2 of 4, bring it on over here as we get this infamously edition TTBurger recap to show y'all what you missed. I took a look at the original Infamous for the PlayStation 3 exclusively, and I gave it a 9 out of 10 because it was a fantastic superhero game that made you feel like an original superhero. But there were some graphical issues and glitches, and the graphics were not very good, and the enemy AI was a little bit unbalanced and stuff. But still a fantastic, infamously fantastic game overall. And if you like games you feel like a superhero, this game is definitely worth checking out for sure. But now we're going to zoom ahead to June 7th, 2011. It was right around the time where I graduated to college and stuff, and I was at the age of 22. And we're going to take a look at the second game in the Infamous franchise. Starring Cole MacGrath. This is Infamous 2 for the PlayStation 3. Released on June 7th, 2011, once again by Sucker Punch. Now, Infamous 2 is an infamously fucking awesome game, and in my opinion, it's as much as fun as the previous game in the franchise. I knew there was going to be a sequel when we used to watch E3 back on the internet and stuff, and I was unsure how it would turn out because sequels are hit or miss depending on the franchise, and more and more and more. But here, Sucker Punch showed that that Infamous still had infamously fucking amazing action, with our hero Cole MacGrath back for more electricity action and more. When the reviews came out, I was surprised that GameSpot gave this a 7.5 out of 10 for tedious action and stuff like that, which surprised me because other sites gave it like 9 or anything like that. And this game is fucking awesome, not without the flaws. Take it from me. I know I played this game and it's infamously awesome. But we'll talk more about that later. So let's continue. Story of Infamous 2 takes place 1 month after the original Infamous, where Cole MacGrath, along with his pal Zeke Dunbar, meet with NSA agent Lucy Quo, who informs him that Dr. Sebastian Wolf, the man who created the Ray Sphere in Infamous, is the man who gave Cole his powers on the day of the explosion. Sebastian Wolf tells them that he has created a stronger Ray Sphere to stop the Beast from the first game, and Cole said he would wait till he's stronger before he defeated the Beast. But I'm going to give some spoilers of what happened in the first game, so just bear with me here, okay? You see, Kessler in the original game was Cole from the future, who came back to change events to make Cole into who he is, so history can rewrite for us from what happened in Kessler's timeline. The Beast took over Empire City, and Kessler left with his family when he married his Trish Daly, and with Zeke as his best man, and left for everyone to defend himself. And he made sure that would not happen again, so he made Cole's life that way so history wouldn't repeat itself again. But I'm going off topic here though, so sorry for the spoilers. Anyone didn't like it, this is the best way to explain the story. But after learning of a stronger Ray Sphere, Cole, Zeke, and Quo and such leave for New Marais to get the Ray Sphere active and stop the Beast. But tragedy strikes when Empire City blows up and is wiped off the map and no one survives. Now Cole will do what it takes to get the Ray Sphere active to be powerful to stop the Beast once and for all, and to put an end to the nightmare. and that's where they go to new Marais and everything. InFamous 2's story is infamously fucking great, just as great as was last time. It works really, really well for sure. Presentation in InFamous 2 is still the infamously weakest aspect. Sure, the graphics have infamously improved over last time, but the graphics still seem infamously dated. Cole and the other character models look infamously great, and they look like real people at the time. But the environments and such still seem a little infamously dated, like infamously not the best. Also, InFamous 2 has some infamously noticeable frame rate issues and everything. The explosion and lighting effects are infamously awesome like last time, but like I mentioned, and the frame rate is infamously noticeable. The cutscenes do look great, and it's nice to see cutscenes here, and they work infamously well. InFamous 1 did not have like cutscenes; you just like showed Cole walking around it's like a shoulder view, like it was a Dead Space or so. But it works infamously well here. The sound of InFamous 2 is infamously good, not as infamously good, but the first game still works infamously well. The voice setting has been changed, and this is one of the things that they said at E3 that there were going to be different actors for, I forget what the reasons why. All the characters from the first game have new voice actors, and I mean, I knew this from E3, InFamous 2 would have new voice actors, and you're wondering what are my thoughts on them? To be honest, I infamously like them. Sure, they're not as infamously great as the voice actors from the previous InFamous, but it's still infamously pretty good. Sure, Cole and Zeke are infamously different, but they still sound infamously similar. The other actors are infamously good, not infamously the best, but still infamously good. I mean, you know what I mean. The music has an infamously superhero-like style. It has some upbeat techno pops too that are infamously awesome and radical dudes like fucking Cole MacGrath. The other sound effects are here and even more awesome and radical dude as well. Gameplay of InFamous 2. Infamously excellent and infamously fun. Once again, we play as Cole MacGrath, our pal from Empire City, with his infamously super lighting electricity powers, trying to stop everything with the Ray Sphere and get the RFI working. So you need Ray Spheres to get the RFI to come strong to defeat the beast and everything, because Cole's powers are just not enough for him. Once again, we are solving missions to get rid of the enemies known as the Militia and the Iceman. I didn't mention it earlier, but Militia and the Iceman, and trying to save New Marais from the Beast and more. Like in the original InFamous, we have an open world sandbox game where Cole can use his powers, good or evil depending on the karma of your choice. Like I said last time, the karma choices have returned, and I choose the good side again. I like being the good guy in the video games like I mentioned earlier. You have your powers plus some new ones, like you have ice powers or flamethrowers depending on which side you choose. Like during the game you'll have a choice to choose from which side you pick, like buddy missions, like you can choose Lucy Quo or this girl named Nyx who has like fire powers and stuff. And whatever you do, you'll get their powers and it'll help you defeat the beast. And I like ice powers and stuff, so I chose Quo and stuff for the most part because that was the good side missions and stuff. And it makes you more feeling like you're the infamously ultimate badass electricity hero, depending on the karma decisions you choose. And like I mentioned, you get ice powers and stuff, and you can electrocute enemies, fucking amazing as well. Also, if you have a save file from the original InFamous, your choices that were affected in the first game will be saved from last time, and you'll like it's kind of like it was with like Mass Effect and stuff. You have tons of side missions with infinite more variety, like disarming bombs, you get Ray Spheres, fighting audio pigeons and knocking them out to get the audio recordings of Dr. Sebastian Wolf and everything like that. Hidden packages missions, destroying supply boats and like destroying giant enemies, stopping the war between the Militia and the Iceman, and more. And every time you level up, the color of Cole's shirt changes, like from yellow to black and white to white altogether, which is infamously cool indeed. You have power-ups you can buy and some finisher moves, and these finisher moves are infamously awesome. Like they're like bionic powers like that, and they can just like make like a tornado so that, make a huge ass like ice power and stuff like that. Infamously radically awesome. I mean, holy shit, this is infamously fast. You know, all those infamously cool ass moves that Cole can perform. Very nice feature indeed. You can also use your powers once again to cure the civilians wounded on the ground. Or you can restrain the enemies or so like that, and add more to the XP you get. And you also have blast shards to collect. You have 305 of them. When you get this power up that shows up the nearest one on the map, makes them easy. But it's disappointing though that you only get an achievement again. I also feel like Cole's character and personality have gotten infamously stronger too. He's more emotional and not always rough and angry like in your original game. Same with Zeke, it's better character development too, even though it's still kind of a dumbass. This is a long game. It'll take about 20 hours to beat, and after that you beat the game, you can replay the last level with the other choice options stuff, or you can just replay if you want to beat the bad guy and stuff. I should also mention here that no, not trying to spoil it, but the bad ending was supposed to like the alien was supposed to be the canon ending, but they changed it at the last minute because people like playing Cole as the good guy. I had fun with InFamous 2. It was just infamously amazing as the predecessor, but now the infamously negatives. Some unlikable characters in the game, mainly like Nyx and sometimes Quo and stuff. There's graphical issues and control issues for that came from the original game here again. The unbalanced enemy AI, the graphics are not the best. Collecting all the blast shards and all your coins just gives you a trophy achievement and stuff. And the frame rate issue, it's infamously difficult at times. But I wasn't a big fan of Cole's outfit in Infamous 2. Some of the voice acting is not the best, and it's still an infamously amazing game. Just those negatives affect us to getting a perfect score. That's pretty much all I gotta say though. Final thoughts: if you enjoyed the original Infamous 2 should not disappoint at all, especially because if you want some more Cole MacGrath Infamous action badass. I should also mention that this game also gave you early access to the Uncharted 3 multiplayer beta, but it expired on July 13, 2011, so I can't really say anything about it. And it'll be fun just to explore new Marais and stuff like that as Cole MacGrath, and continue to use the journey to prevent from destruction. The way to go for sure. I give Infamous 2 once again a 9 out of 10 because of the problem I have with it. But these two games here are definitely worth it. And if you like Infamous 1, Infamous 2 will definitely not disappoint. And that's it for episode 26, part 2 of 4. Stay tuned as we dive into the PlayStation 4 era of Infamous. We're taking a look at Infamous Second Son, starring a new character called Delson, voiced by Troy Baker, and we also have Laura Bailey doing some voice acting in this game as well. How does this game fare? We have a new character, and it takes place in Seattle, Washington this time. Well, you have to find out next, which all I gotta say, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below if you liked it, and also if you have any requests, comment down below. And feel free to join my Discord group, TTBurger 88 Gamers United, along with my Discord group, TTBurger 88 Gamers Group, and my Facebook page, like called TTBurger 88. And just stay tuned for more reviews, which all I can say is this is Tony, peace out, have a great day, see you on my review of Infamous Second Son from PlayStation 4, once again by Sucker Punch. Take care, everybody.
Don't be listening what anybody say. They got the wrong state of mind, okay? Most of the time they won't help anything.